Hello and welcome to Studio 415.
On today's show, you'll see what the new elementary could look like and where it will be built.
You'll find out why Carroll has moved to a 4-point grading scale.
And you'll hear about many of the local nature preserves and how you can take advantages of the outdoors.
All that and more coming up next.
Welcome to Studio 415. I'm Cassie Boney.
And I'm Marcus Leach. Last year, NACS held a referendum to help the district get some additional funding.
The final vote ended with the referendum passing, allowing for NACS to build a new elementary school.
Studio 415 reporter Chris Jones has more information about the new school.
With the growing population in Northwest Allen County, there has been a need for a new elementary school to be built. Currently, NACS has 10 total schools, including 7 elementary, 2 middle, and 1 high. Those schools provide for exactly 7,693 students. Over the past 30 years, NACS has continued to grow. This year, there was an increase of 150 students over last year's total. And with that increase, there comes the need for more classrooms. Currently, there are 4 trailers being used as classrooms at Huntertown Elementary.
And we are very close to needing portable classrooms at Cedar Canyon, Eel River, Oakview, and Perry Hill. And so because of that, we asked our community to support the building of a new elementary classroom so we could expand space and be able to get out of the portable classroom.
This new school will be modeled in the same style as Cedar Canyon and Eel River with some minor modifications. The plot of land the school will be built on has already been purchased by NACS. If the weather cooperates, construction will be able to start during 2019.
We'll actually break ground on it as soon as the weather permits. We're getting ready to finalize the plans and take it to open it up to the vendors to make bids on doing the work. We hope to finalize those bids sometime in November.
While the whole process for building the new school seems easy, there are more preparations than most know. First, NACS had to delay building until Maple Creek Middle School was paid off to avoid an increase in taxes with the new debt being added. Secondly, enrollment was monitored, allowing for the district to wait until there was a need for more classrooms. Additionally, both middle schools and the freshman center are being monitored to plan ahead for possible future expansions. Hinsdale and the district are not surprised by student population growth. It has been expected for some time.
It's not been explosive, but it's been growing. And so we've had it on our radar screen that we were probably going to need a new elementary school somewhere between 2018 and 2024, and it turns out we're going to need it at 2020.
This 90-acre soybean field is the location for the new elementary school and possibly other buildings in the future. For Studio 415, I'm Chris Jones.
Carroll students have probably noticed that their GPAs are looking lower this semester.
Studio 415 reporter Grant Badgley found out why Carroll recently changed the way your GPA is calculated, and he joins us in the studio.
I had the chance to talk to administration about the change, as well as with students and teachers about their reactions. This semester, Carroll is using a new 4-point GPA scale instead of the 12-point GPA scale that students are used to. On the new scale, an F is still a 0. Unlike most other 4-point scales, a D- is a 0.67, and up from there, each step is a third of a point. At the top of the scale, an A+ is a 4.33. In the GPA calculation, honors classes are weighted 0.3 points higher and AP classes are weighted 0.6 points higher than regular classes. The administration says that students will see multiple benefits as a result of the switch. They also mentioned that they were especially driven to make the change this year because last year, several students ran into situations where the conversion from 12-point to 4-point unfairly lowered their GPA and put their college acceptance and scholarships at stake. With the change, applying for colleges and scholarships will be much easier and more seamless as the conversion is no longer necessary. The switch has caused some confusion in students, especially because it was not explained at some of the class meetings at the beginning of the year. Principal Brandon Bidding says he does not know why some classes were not informed. However, he is confident that students will like the new GPA scale once they get used to it.
It really hasn't changed anything as far as there's still A's and B's and A+ and A- and all that. Nothing really has changed behind that. And so as far as the confusion, I think in time it will just become second nature.
The administration believes that this is a positive change, but it also affects students and teachers, so we talked to them to see if they agree. Most of the students we spoke to said that they appreciate the benefits of the new GPA scale.
I love it because it makes me feel smarter, you know, like it makes my GPA look higher than it did on the 12-point scale.
I mean, it's pretty dandy. I like how I can look at colleges and stuff, and then it already says, like, I can compare what I need.
In addition to speaking with students, I also had the chance to speak with teacher Cheryl Russling about her thoughts on the subject. She believes that on either scale, students overstress about their GPAs.
I would rather that they focus on becoming a critical thinker, engaging in the class, being a part of, the daily academic discussion, and not so worried about the evaluation portion.
For the foreseeable future, the new GPA scale is here to stay. For Studio 415, I'm Grant Badgley.
Many students in the music department at Carroll enjoy playing music.
One student has turned to composing music instead and is beginning to make a career out of it. Studio 415 reporter Jada Brown joins us with his story.
Carroll Jr. Sam Parnan is making his way as a composer as he writes music for competitions and events in his free time.
Sam has been making strides to advance his career as a music composer in many different ways over the years. This is a piece of music Sam has been composing the last couple months for a competition in Florida. Sam would be up at 4 in the morning each day to finish it because he was unable to work on it during the school day. The winner of this competition will be featured in the Orlando Philharmonic's repertoire, having his music recorded by professionals while also receiving a grand prize of $1,000. But Sam has in mind a bigger reward than just money.
Well, part of it's just like self-reward, because you've accomplished this task of creating something new.
This summer, Sam also had the opportunity to travel to Michigan to participate in the Interlochen Arts Camp, where only the best musicians were invited to attend. He spent his time writing his music to be played by musicians from all around the country. Sam would write a piece of music and then find a group to perform it in a concert. His music is a form of classical with elements found in jazz and Latin styles of music. Typically, a piece of music is created and then published by a bigger company. However, Sam has said that he has thought about publishing his music, but decided that he won't for reasons due to copyright and publishing restrictions.
What happens when you publish a piece of something that you've made is you basically sign the rights away to that publisher. So if you want to just give it to a friend, you can't do that because it's not yours to give away anymore.
Because of the many connections he has to make in order to be successful, Sam wants to attend larger colleges such as Indiana University or University of Cincinnati to study music composition. Sam says that he wants to pursue a career in music composition, but he doesn't want to take it in the direction that most people with that degree take it.
When you're looking for what composers become, if you go to college in composition, usually people end up being professors afterwards. You go to college to become a professor in composition, where you teach composing. But that's not what I want. I don't want to teach. I want to try and be an independent person.
Sam has written things from classical piano to jazz pieces. He's preparing to advance his career even more in music composition. For Studio 415, I'm Jaden Brown.
With fall in full swing, it's such a great time to go outside to see the leaves change and to enjoy the beautiful weather.
For 58 years, a locally based organization called Acres Land Trust has owned and maintained 13 nature preserves located in Allen County and many more in 26 adjacent counties. I had the chance to talk to the Acres Outreach Manager, Letty Haver, about what they're all about.
The Acres Land Trust is a non-for-profit organization based only 10 minutes away from Carroll High School. Acres' main goal is to acquire land either through donation or purchase to restore for the public to be able to enjoy. They will never sell off this land, and it will always be open as public preserves. By owning the property, Acres is able to make conservation efforts that help maintain the natural state of our beautiful Indiana woods. The majority of Carroll students have access to many locations that are roughly 15 minutes from our school. Some of these include Bicentennial Woods, the Johnson, Dustin, and Whitehurst Nature Preserves, and the Vandola Nature Preserve. All this land is owned by Acres Forever and is open to the public every day for anyone to enjoy. Students can hike, jog, go on a photography adventure, walk your dog, or just connect with nature and friends. Letty Haver, Outreach Manager of Acres, says you do not need a huge expectations going into the outdoors.
Preserves are there for you to explore and enjoy from the trail. Once you get out there, maybe let the path unfold for you. And don't feel like you have to know the names of the things that you're looking at and what you encounter. Going into nature with that curiosity and awe will really just help you engage more with all aspects of your life.
Each Acres Preserve is open from dawn to dusk, with over 70 miles of trails available to the public. This allows visitors to have an opportunity to get back with nature whenever it is convenient for them. There are already students at Carroll taking advantage of this local adventure. Senior Elise Jones was involved in a conservation effort at the Acres main office and regularly visits the preserves.
I'd really recommend everyone just try it. You don't have to do like a 2-hour crazy sweating experience, but just go out with some friends, find somewhere new, and you'll enjoy the break from everyday routines.
With our generation being so reliant on technology, nature can often be left by the wayside, especially with the incorporation of laptops to the school curriculum. AP environmental teacher Jim Walker, who regularly takes his students into the outdoors, spoke on the benefits of going out hiking.
Now to when I was a kid, we had video games and we were watching TV, but now it just seems like we are so tied to screens. And we need that stimulation, that mental stimulation of being on computers, being on screens, playing video games. And I think going hiking gives our brain a rest where we can kind of calm down, lower the stress levels, reconnect with nature, which is something that it's kind of fallen by the wayside in our society.
For those wishing to venture outdoors in Acres Land Preserve, visit their website at acreslandtrust.org or talk to Cassie Boney or myself. For Studio 415, I'm Marcus Leach.
That's all we have today. Thanks for watching.
We want to tell your stories, so please let any of the students in the class or Mr. Johnson know what your ideas are.
If there's an event you would like covered, please tell us in advance.
For all of us here at Studio 415, have a great week, Carroll.
Sunny days and friendly smiles, walk the halls with me. Studio 415. Watch the news unfold. Never a dull moment. Students today create our future. Come and join the fun. Studio